Hi, in this video, we will talk about what is JSON path. Okay, first we will discuss what is JSON path, and then what is the purpose of this we'll discuss. Okay, so JSON path is a query language. It's a query language used to navigate and query JSON data, JSON data structures. Okay, JSON data structures. Okay, so JSON path is a query language used to navigate and query JSON data structures. If you have a JSON, inside that JSON you have so much of data. I want to go to a particular key value pair. It's particular key. I want to get the value of a particular key. So how can you go there? So with the help of JSON path, you can get the particular key from the JSON. Okay. For that we will use JSON path. Okay. So it provides a way to express paths to elements within a JSON document. Within a JSON document. Okay. So it provides a way to express paths to elements within a JSON document. It allows okay, you to extract. It allows you to extract specific data or filter information based on certain condition. Okay, certain criteria. Based on the certain criteria, you can extract a specific data, or you can filter the information according to your requirement. So JSON path is very similar in concept to XPath for XML documents. XPath for XML documents. So how you write when you learn when you work with Selenium? If you want to identify an element in the HTML, you will write XPath. Very similar way, you can write JSON path also. Okay. So now understand JSON structure first. Okay. Understand JSON structure. So before using the JSON path, okay, before using JSON path, familiarize yourself. Okay. Familiarize yourself with the structure of the JSON document. The JSON document you are working with. So you have some JSON file with you. You have some JSON data with you. First, try to understand how the JSON is. Then you can query that JSON. Okay. So in that, identify key value pairs, comma, identify the key value pairs, arrays or wildcards, etc. Okay. So you need to identify the key value pairs, arrays, and wildcards, etc. So if you take an example, you take some examples. So how can you say you have a dollar symbol? Okay. What is the dollar symbol? It represents the root of the JSON document. Dollar means the entire JSON file, JSON data you will get. If you say $.key, okay, $.key. So what it will do? Access the value of the particular key, the specified key. Okay, value of the specified key. What key? Here you mentioned the key, right? This key's value you will get when you write a $.key. And then $.key array of 0. Okay, array of 0. So instead of colon, I'll mention what it will do. Array of 0, it accesses the first element of the array. Okay, it accesses the first element of array. Array of 0 means first element in the array. This is how you can. Okay, so before the examples, okay, this is how you can do, but basic syntax, forgot to explain this. So basic syntax, if you talk about the basic syntax, so JSONPath expressions, JSONPath expressions use a similar, we already discussed, right? We use a similar syntax like XPath. So, XPath, it's very similar to XPath. They start with the root element that is represented with $sign. Okay, that represented $sign followed by a sequence of keys. Let me put it. Sequence of keys arrays or wildcards. Okay, so here arrays, here not the wildcards, here nested structures. Okay, so identify the key value pairs, arrays, and are nested structures. Okay, nested structures, etc. We need to understand in the basic syntax. JSON path expressions use a similar syntax to XPath. They start with the root element that is identified with the dollar symbol, followed by a key arrays in the wildcards. This is what, right? Dollar means represents root, dot key, this is key, and if it is arrays of 0 means access the first element. Okay, so apart from this, you have so many ways. Child operator. Okay, I want to get the child of particular key value pair. Okay, so child means you need to use a dot. You need to use a dot operator to navigate to child elements. Okay, so child operator means to navigate the child element. By taking one example, we'll see all these things. Okay, so recursive descent. So this is double dot. Okay, what is the purpose of this? So the double dot, that is dot notation, allows you to descend into all nested elements regardless of their depth. If you have a huge JSON, so you want to get all the elements. Okay, so then you need to use double dot. That at this point of time you may not understand exactly, but with the help of an example we'll see. Okay, recursive descent. And then wildcard. Okay, wildcard. What is that wildcard? The asterisk symbol. Okay, asterisk. That is star symbol. Okay, so asterisk is a wildcard character. Sorry, that matches any key or array index at the current level. at the current level. The asterisk is a wildcard character that matches any key or array index at the current level. With the help of one example, we'll see. First, we'll discuss what are the options are available. Then for child operator, recursive, wildcard, everything, we'll take one example and see. So filtering, I want to filter some data. Okay, filtering. You can use filters to extract specific elements based on conditions. Filtering means there should be some condition. According to that condition, you will filter your data. Okay. So array slices. Okay. Array slices, how it will represent? You need to mention inside this square bracket, start, colon, end. Okay, start, colon, end. Here, use array slices to retrieve a range of elements from an array. Okay, use array slices to retrieve a range of elements from an array. So range of elements, then you can use array slices from the array. Okay, script expressions. So how we can represent script expressions? So again inside the bracket, you need to mention @ symbol. Okay, so you need to mention @ symbol. How can you, what is the purpose of this script expressions is? Script expressions allow more complex filtering using programming like expressions. Programming like expressions. Okay. And then functions. So functions. Some JSON path implementations support functions for more advanced querying. Okay. For more advanced querying. Okay. So now we have seen that what is JSONPath. So JSONPath is a query language used to navigate and query JSON data. Simple terms. Okay. So the basic syntax is $. $, means it represents entire data from the root. Okay. So if you want to get the child operator, we need to use this is dot symbol, dot. Recursive descent means double dot. Wildcard means star. Filtering you can use array slices, script expressions, functions. Okay. So where I can see all these things, how to do that and where to do that. Okay. How to do that, where to do that. So for that, you have online libraries. So there is one of the websites called JSONPath.com. Okay. So JSONPath.com. So if you visit this, left side, you have inputs. You write JSON path. Once you write the JSON path, you will get the what exact information you want to retrieve, that it will show here. So then you'll come to know the expression, the JSON path, what you have written is correct or not. Okay. So I'll take one example here. Let me take one example. Let me take one example here. So this is bookstore. Okay. Inside the bookstore has a name, Textbook Emporium, location Silicon Valley. What kind of books this bookstore has? Inside the books, you have 3 different, again, objects. Okay, 3 different objects. So first one is ID is one, title is called something, author is something, price is something, and categories. This book comes under programming and computer science. Just an example. Okay, so because of that, it comes under in the both categories. Because of that, it is represented in the form of array. And this web development book comes under web development and JavaScript. That is the category. A data scientist comes under data science, statistics, JavaScript. Just an example. Okay. This is a sample JSON. So inside on this, okay, on this, we will write different demo examples. Okay. So what kind of examples we'll write? The first one, root of the JSON document. I want to get the root of JSON document. Second query, what we'll do? This is root for the child operator. Okay. For the child operator, what we will do? We'll write two queries. Access the name of the bookstore. Okay. How to access the name of the bookstore? Access the title of the first book. Okay. I want to access the title of the first book. And then we have one more is recursive descent. Okay. For recursive descent, what I want to do? Retrieve all authors as author names. Retrieve all author names under the bookstore. Okay, I want to retrieve all author names, not a single book author. I want all the authors inside the bookstore. Okay, that is recursive descent. Wildcard. Okay, wildcard. What is that? We need to retrieve categories of all books. So retrieve the categories of all books. And then fifth one, filtering. Okay, filtering. I want to use filtering. So retrieve books with a price less than 30. Okay, I want all the books. What kind of books? Those price less than 30 dollars, whatever it is, rupees, whatever it is. But that's how I need to filter the data. Array slices. Okay, array slices. Retrieve the second and third book. Okay, retrieve the second and third books. The seventh. Script expression. Okay, script expression. What I want to do? Retrieve books with the categories. JavaScript. So the books comes under only JavaScript category I want to get. So this is how you need to retrieve the data. It depends upon the requirement, not exactly these things. These are few examples we will perform on this particular JSON. Okay. So first I want to copy. I will copy this. I'll copy this. I'll go back to the JSONPath.com. So I'll remove that existing one. I'll put mine. Okay. So I have put my data here. So in the JSON path, if you mention dollar, you see all the data it is showing in the output. All the data it is showing. Dollar means from the root to the end, means exactly whatever you have in the JSON, the entire information it will give. Okay. So here root of the JSON document, what is that? That is dollar. Okay. So now what I want to do? Access the name of the bookstore. Access the name of the bookstore. Where is the bookstore? So this is the bookstore. Okay. This is the root, means inside that root element, starting element. So dollar from entire JSON dot bookstore. Okay. Bookstore. I want to what? Name inside that bookstore. This name is inside the bookstore. So bookstore is parent of this name key. Okay. So parent dot name. You see the dollar dot bookstore dot name. Then you got Tech Book Emporium. The result is the right side. You will get the answer. So what is the name of that? Is Tech Book Empire. I am getting the Tech Book Emporium means this is the correct JSON path expression. Okay, so this is what is the answer? This is the answer. $.bookstore.name. Okay, so another one is access the title of the first book. Okay, access the title of this book. The title is The Art of Programming. I need to get. Okay, the art of programming. So now again, dollar. So inside this, what is that? The parent of everything is bookstore. Dot bookstore dot. Inside the bookstore, you have books. Inside the books, you have these three books. So the parent of these three books is books. This books is a child of this bookstore. So dot books. So the moment when you say books, you got three books. So if you remove this, you see their name, location, everything it is coming. Okay. And inside the bookstore, whatever the data is there, it is giving me. But inside that, I have books. The moment when it given books here, so it filtered all the three books. But I want the first book. So inside the array, 3 means 0th book, first book, second book. The first book means the index is 0. You see that? Books of 0 means the first one came. But I want, what is that? What is that? Title. Okay. So book of 0, we have title. So dot title. You see that? The art of programming it is giving. So this is the correct one. So this is the one. With the help of this JSON path, you can find the title of the first book. Okay. So recursive descent. In the recursive descent, what I need to get? Retrieve all author names under the bookstore. All author names. Okay. So $.bookstore is common. Okay. So you have inside the bookstore, I want author. Okay. This author, and this author. And this author is, we don't know the depth. Inside the bookstore, you have books. Inside the books, you have author. Okay. These are, you can say, grandchild or child of this. But in between this bookstore and author, you have books. But I don't want to use these books. I want to get all the authors simply. So then if you mention double dot means not a immediate child. So if your dot means bookstore.name, if you say bookstore.name, that is immediate child of this bookstore. But I don't want immediate child. I have this grandchild, something like that. So if you mention double dot, it will find all the grandchilds, whatever you put expression. You say authors, say author. You see, it is giving all the three authors. If I mention double dot price, it gives all the books price. Okay. If you mention title, all the book titles. You have three books. If you have 100 books, 100 books titles it will give. Okay. Now I am interested about my query is author, right? I'll change it to author. So all the authors come. Double dot means, so how much depth you have? It don't consider all these things, say child and again another child, again another child. How many you have? It gives all the information. Okay. This is the answer. Wildcard. Retrieve categories of all books. Categories. These categories of all books. Okay. I can say directly categories here. Okay. So all the categories. But with the help of star symbol, how can you write? Inside the bookstore, you have books. Okay. Star means all the books. Star means all the books. 0 means first book. 1 means second book. 2 means third book. Star means all the books. Okay, all the books. Dot categories. You see, both the ways you can do double dot and this also. So this is how star symbol, star expression. Okay, all the categories you got. filtering the value, filtering the books, retrieve books with a price less than 30. We have prices 29.99, 19.99, 34.99. Less than 30 means only first book and second book I want to get. That is what we are filtering, right? So here, how can you do that? Inside the bookstore, till books is common. Okay. In this books, you have 3 books. In these books, you want only the price is less than 30. Okay. For that, you need to express inside a square bracket, put a question mark, and put a normal bracket, and at the rate, dot, dot. What is that? Price. You need to mention the price less than 30. You need to mention this square bracket. Inside the square bracket, first is question mark. After question mark, give the normal bracket. Inside the normal bracket, at the rate, dot, which one you are interested in? Price. That price is less than 30. So according to that condition, it is giving me 29.99, 19.9. That is book 1, book 2. The output is exactly whatever you are expected, right? So this is the exact filtering kind. This is how you can filter. Then array slices. Retrieve the second and third books. Okay. I want second and third book. Okay. So then how can you do that? So you need to provide start and end, right? So books, start and end. 1, 1:3. So 1:2 means the starting point and ending point -1. Okay. If you give 0, all the 3 books come. Okay. But I'm interested in first and second and third. I'll skip 0. I need to give actually 1 to 2, but the last is the value which you give -1. So because of that, 1, 2, 3 means one second book and third book you will get. Okay. This is how you can get the second and third books. Okay. And then here, retrieve books with the categories JavaScript. Here we have retrieved all the categories, but here which book comes under the JavaScript category? Which book comes under JavaScript category? This second book, third book, both comes under the JavaScript category. So when I write that, it has to retrieve this second book and third book. Okay. So for that, what I need to do? Inside the books, again give the same square bracket, question mark, normal brackets, at the rate, dot, categories. Again, this is categories, right? Categories, dot, you have one of the function called includes. So includes. So the moment you includes, it is giving me all the information. The reason is I did not mention any specific value. Now, if you include in the normal bracket, I'll include in the single quote JavaScript. You see that? The moment when you give JavaScript, it is giving me second book and third book. The second book and third books comes under JavaScript category. So because of that, it is filtering with this JSON path. This is the script expression. These are just a few examples. Okay. So if possible, I'll try to create another video with in detail script expressions, different type of script expressions. Here, just an example. What is JSON path? How many ways, how many options are there? With one or two examples. Root element is dollar, child operator, recursive descent, wildcard, filtering, array slices, script expressions. These many ways you can retrieve query data from the JSON. If you know this, in your REST assured, you can retrieve the data and you can verify. You send a request, you got response in the form of JSON. In the JSON, you want to verify something. If you want to verify something, first you need to retrieve, query that JSON. How can you query that? For that, you need to know all these things. How to do those. Okay. This is just an example. Right. So this is how you can use JSONPath. This is the purpose of JSONPath. Okay, so that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for interesting updates. Thank you.